The rise of China, an economic miracle. Ni hao everyone. First, let's set the stage. Over the past few decades, China has experienced an economic transformation unlike anything the world has ever seen. It has emerged as a manufacturing powerhouse, a major exporter, a leading producer, and a voracious consumer of raw materials. The rise has been fueled in part by its integration into the global economy. China joined the World Trade Organization in 2001, signaling its commitment to opening up its markets and playing by international trade rules. But is China playing fair? Despite its WTO membership, China has faced persistent accusations of unfair trade practices. These accusations include currency manipulation. Some argue that China artificially keeps its currency, the yuan, undervalued to make its exports cheaper and gain an unfair advantage in global markets. Intellectual property theft. China has been accused of not adequately protecting intellectual property rights, leading to the theft or forced transfer of technology from foreign companies. Subsidies and state-owned enterprises. The Chinese government provides substantial subsidies to domestic industries, particularly state-owned enterprises or SOEs. This can distort markets and make it difficult for foreign companies to compete. Market access barriers. Foreign companies often face barriers to accessing the Chinese market, such as complex regulations, discriminatory licensing procedures, tax limits, and restrictions on investment. China's perspective. Strategic development. From China's perspective, its trade policies are not about unfair advantage, but rather about strategic development. The government seeks trade as a tool to achieve national goals such as economic growth. China's export-oriented model has been a key driver of its economic growth, creating jobs and raising living standards. Technological advancement. China aims to upgrade its industries and become a global leader in innovation by acquiring technology from foreign companies. National security. China sees certain industries such as telecommunications and high-tech manufacturing as strategically important for its national security. It wants to ensure domestic control over these sectors. A complex picture. The reality is that China's trade policies are not a simple case of black and white protectionism. There are elements of both protectionism and strategic development at play. For example, while China does subsidize its industries, it has also made significant strides in reducing tariffs and opening up its markets to foreign investment. It's a balancing act between protecting domestic interests and reaping the benefits of global trade. The way forward. So, how should the world deal with China's trade practices? There are no easy answers, but here are a few potential approaches. Engagement and dialogue. The best way to address concerns is through open dialogue and engagement with China. This can involve bilateral negotiations, multilateral forums like the WTO, and discussions within international organizations. Targeted measures. Rather than broad-based protectionism, countries can focus on targeted measures to address specific concerns, such as enforcing intellectual property rights or countering unfair subsidies. Domestic policies. Countries can also focus on strengthening their own competitiveness by investing in education, healthcare, research and development, and infrastructure. While the dragon's dance is intricate, but with careful observation and understanding, we can learn to appreciate its complexity and find ways to dance along.